Hello again and welcome to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. It's now 3 weeks on since I made a little video called Letters from TV Licensing, where I shared the very first letters I've received from them since cancelling my licence over 2 years ago. Now, I did say in that video that every month I would now start receiving letters asking me why I've not got a licence and why I've not got in contact with them. Well, it's a month on and I've received, this time, not one, but 2 letters from these guys. It appears that the Lassie database has gone crazy at my non-compliance. I have one in my own name and one addressed to the present occupier. Both are the same letter. Obviously, their computer is just cocked up. But let's take a look at one of these letters, shall we? And see what this month's goodies are. Well, the first thing I notice is that I now have a little leaflet, an information leaflet, that tells me if I need a TV licence, what I must do. But it's mainly reminding me that the law has changed from the 1st of September 2016 and that if I'm using the BBC iPlayer, then I should have a licence. Well, I already knew that, and just for the record, I don't watch BBC iPlayer. I've actually blocked it at my router so no accidents will happen. So let's actually have a look at the letter, shall we? Because these are always nice to read. Your no licence needed claim is about to expire. Act now. Dear Mr H, we wrote to you recently, but we haven't heard from you. Your no licence needed claim expires in 2017. Please contact us now. We want to make sure your details are up to date. If we don't hear from you, we may have to open an investigation and schedule a visit to your address. We will also continue writing to you. We don't want this to happen, so it's important you contact us to do one of the following. Tell us you don't need a TV licence. Make a new no licence needed claim, and there's a web address for me to follow and make a new no licence needed claim. Or tell us you do need a TV licence. Make sure you're covered. Buy one now. There's a web address and there's a phone number where I can obtain a TV licence should I need one, which I don't. If you're moving house or need to know how to pay for a TV licence, please turn over. And on this side there's a lot of information regarding the do's and don'ts of a TV licence. Now, the first thing that strikes me is that apparently it expires in February 2017. Now, the letter last month told me that it expires in January. So, which is it? On this letter, they've highlighted February 2017, so they really mean it this time. I should really get in touch with them. But I'm not going to. And I'll tell you for why, because this letter's bullying. It's subtle and it's very calculated bullying. It's sort of whispering in my ear, this is what we're going to do. They may have to open an investigation if I don't contact them and schedule a visit to my address. Well, you can do both of those things, but I'm under no legal obligation to speak to you. Or even let you into my home, which I wouldn't be doing if you turned up. So I know them are my rights. But take notice of this line here. We will also continue writing to you. So what they're as good as saying is, you can ignore these letters, but we're going to keep sending them. And hopefully embarrass you in front of your postman into either buying a licence or contacting us. No, it's not going to work that. Now, I know that there's probably one or two of you out there watching this, and you're probably saying, why do this, Mr H? Why the flipping heck don't you just contact them? If you don't watch television, fair enough, but let them know. Well, I sort of look at it, I don't like bullies, and that's what TVL are. As I've just pointed out to you there in that letter, they're as good as saying, if you don't contact us and do as we say, this is what's going to happen. Nah, no, I don't have that. Also, I don't have a legal obligation to contact you. So therefore, you shouldn't be throwing your weight about, should you? Now, just to put it also and give you some kind of comparison, the vehicle I'm now sat in, obviously, it needs an MOT every year. And I used to use a particular garage, a local garage, and I had done since I purchased the car. But one particular year, I didn't like the service I received. I thought it was a bit poor. They had me hanging around a bit longer than necessary, and I made my mind up that the following year I'd found another garage. Now, the garage that I normally was taking it to would write to me each year and helpfully remind me that my MOT was due. And, of course, they did that because they didn't know that I wasn't going to take it there the next year. And I just ignored the letter. And that was it. The following year, they must have struck me off the books and haven't contacted me since. And that's how it should be. You know, I have fishing equipment from when I was a lad. It's upstairs in my father's attic. But he doesn't receive letters from the Rivers Authority saying, you know, do you use this equipment? According to our records, you have a fishing rod. They just don't bother. If you swear your vehicle off the road, and with DVLA, you know, you make a zone, then they take your word for it. Fair enough, if they catch you driving round untaxed and uninsured, they throw the book at you, and that's how it should be. And it's exactly the same with television. That, you know, if you don't watch it, they should take your word for it. Remember, they supposedly have little TV detector vans and can see what's going on. Why not use them? Well, there we have it. That was the second instalment of Letters from TV Licensing. No doubt, next month, we'll be having a third helping of Letters from TV Licensing. And who knows, I may receive 3 this time. But until the next time, it's bye-bye for now.